Boston Celtics. At point guard, 6'4", number 4, mid-middle, standing 7'2", number 8, first stop for at guard, 6'4", number 9, at the small forward position, at 6'6", number 7, at forward, number 0,
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The front court is Shea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu into the center position. And for Boston, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
Okongwu with a screen on Holiday. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And here's Boston. And here's Holiday. And he converts the layup.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
And so it's Boston with it after the basket by Atlanta. Brown outside. Offline with his 3. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Okongwu with the screen for Shea. Kicks it out to Johnson. Good on the triple. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
for Celtics Entertainment.
Making a change here. Levert's checked in.
Entertainment.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. White against Levert. Tatum on the wing. 5 on the clock. Trying to get something going. He takes it up and lays it in.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's White. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Pass to Daniel. Back to Levert. Okongwu with a screen on White. Here's Levert. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Levert.
Now here's Tatum. Outside White. Back to Tatum. From deep three-point territory. It's good from long range. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
Never a bad idea setting Tatum up.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Here's Brown. After the basket by Onyeka Okongwu. Over Daniels. Bank shot. No good. Atlanta leading by 4. Holiday brings the double team. Here's Okongwu. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
So both teams changing it up here. .107 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Mann. He's covered by Brown. Mann can't hit.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right and you still get a bad result.
Pritchard passes to Horford. down in the low post. It goes.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. Wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
Man passes to LeVert. Capella sets a screen for LeVert. That's tipped. And they're pushing it up. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Horford. And it's all knotted up.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Here's LeVert. With 1 on the clock, tie game in Boston. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Here's Pritchard. Hasn't made one yet. They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at points. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Hawks. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Reza Shea's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Down low, Horford the pass to Pritchard. Now Craig. Pass to Pritchard. 5 to shoot. Horford kicks to Tatum. There's Tatum's range on display.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Here's LeVert. Lays it up off the glass. LeVert's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Up top, Tatum. 8 points for him. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Yes, all fans on the court is your high squad. It's time for T-shirts.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Porzingis is coming in for Al Horford. And it's Holiday in for Torrey Craig. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Buffkin's checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Niang finds LeVert. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
That gives them the lead. LeVert's got 4 points this quarter.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
And that one, good. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Buffkin. Still yet to score. Screen by Capella. To the middle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks streak, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
And you look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
The first one falls. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. White comes in for Pritchard. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Young against Holiday. And the shot goes down. Holiday's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Capella against Porzingis. Capella the pass to LeVert. Here's Okongwu. Hawks passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Karis LeVert with the 3. LeVert's got 9.
And how about the playmaking skills of LeVert? I like watching this guy break down the D in the pick and roll.
And White kicks to Brown. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Brown's got his second basket of the game. There's 1:54 left in the first half. LeVert with it. 9 points in the game so far. White with the double team. Over to the wing. And Okongwu slams it in.
The assist.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Outside Holiday. 1:22 left in the first half of basketball. Tatum hammers it home.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have to doubt it, just put a little chip on your shoulder. 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, Those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player.
Keep on dancing. Let's see what you got. You must have left your dancing shoes at home.
For Tatum.
Substitution on the court.
.109 left to play here in the second quarter. Johnson outside. Young for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Celtics trail by 3. Outside, White. Back to Holiday. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Pass to Johnson. Daniels with it. Light covering. Shot clock at 6. Johnson dishes to Okongwu. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Brown. It's good. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Young outside. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Takes it inside. Daniels inside the line. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see him go in early. And it felt good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're thinking about the shot. Next time. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They lead by 1. On the court right now for the Hawks. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Shea in at the 3. And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Here's Porzingis after the basket by Onyeka Okongwu. Here's Holiday. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Holiday's got 10 points in the game.
And scanning the floor well, Porzingis all about finding open teammates when they've got a look.
Shea sets the screen for Young. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's on the rafters. He punched it in.
Are you kidding me? My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 3. Now Daniels, scoreless thus far. Okongwu down low. He's against Porzingis. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Oh, good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Young for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks. Screen by Porzingis. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Brown missing. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Daniel. Shea with it. Johnson outside. Lock at 6. Young with no one around. His 3-pointers off the mark. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Outside Holiday. And it's Shea with the rebound. Atlanta's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Young finds Okongwu. Okongwu with a screen on White. Here's Shea. White covering. And it's Shea missing. Boston's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one at the line is good. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. We stand the last few decades, we've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the 3 spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the 3 is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
quickly is the arc too close? Should they maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. LeVert kicks to Niang. Back to LeVert. For the lead. Atlanta again missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Holiday gets the bucket.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
LeVert the pass to Okongwu. Now Rizachet. Inside. Here's Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Jalen Johnson taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Mann's checked in for the Hawks. And he's good on the second. Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Mann. Nothing on the board. Niang with the ball. Mann with it. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. 1:31 left to play in the third. Holiday surveying the floor. Tatum on the wing. Shoots the 3. Rebound Atlanta.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Johnson kicks to Niang. Johnson the screen. To the inside. Over to the left wing. A wide open look here for Okongwu. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. To the paint. Intercepted. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
What a great touch on that shot from LeVert. Even the foul can't interrupt the rhythm of his mechanics.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line. Only 71% as a shooter.
One shot.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Brown outside. To end the run. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. And here's LeVert. 12 points for him. Pass to Krejci. There's the triple. Bangs on the trifecta. Krejci's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
It's Brown with the drive. Makes it off the glass. 5 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Fires from way outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Bucks ahead. They finish off the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. Then it's Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. That's the Boston Five. And the dunk by Capella.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. A 3. Good. It's Tatum picking up the assist.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Krejci. Now, here's Capella. LeVert the pass to Mann. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Back to Craig. Shot clock at 5. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The 3 from Tatum. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks leading. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now LeVert. He takes it in. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
LeVert against Tatum. Through contact, Tatum.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Drew Holiday's checked in for Torrey Craig. Atlanta also making some changes here. Nancy's checked in for Capella. And Trae Young subbed in for Terrence Mann. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Right now for Celtics, entertainment.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Young outside. Holiday against Levert. A three-pointer off the mark. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Holiday gets the bucket.
And he's got it all working for him tonight. Holiday's effort level and energy are off the chart.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Ricci. And it's off from three-point range. Left side Tatum. At the top of the key, Horford. He shoots again. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Horford. Defensive
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Free throw drops for Al Horford. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. And they get it. Nailed from three-point land.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Tatum. Boston again missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Atlanta with the ball. Jason Tatum missing his last shot.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Attention fans, now on the court is your squad. Get loud and let them hear it. We know you all want a t-shirt, everyone. Well, let me hear you get loud.
Celtics making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in.
Number 8, Kristaps Porzingis.
Here's Holiday. Outside Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Tatum's got 20.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Here's Rizachet. To the inside. And O'Connell slams it in. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the next.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A fluid, talented scorer with win. Tatum is hard to defend because of that versatility.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Young against Holiday. Stolen by Tatum. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Now here's Tatum, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Young. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Tatum against Johnson. Okongwu with it. 6 to shoot. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now here's Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Daniels kicks to Johnson. No good on the 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
At the line for your Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
Accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Here's Young. And so it's Boston sweeping by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Jason Tatum.